Hey y'all, welcome back to the Melanated Opinion. It's your girl Melissa.
I'm Shanita.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Takara. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We actually have a caller. Her name is Mary, and she's on hold. So she had a question for us. Hi, Mary. Are you there?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for calling us.
You're welcome. How you ladies doing?
We're good. Thank you.
So what was your question?
I would like to know, what is being too nice? When you say being too nice, can you define what is being too nice? And also, if you're like, being too nice, isn't that like saying turn the other cheek?
Interesting question. What do you guys think?
Okay. So she's asking, like, is there such a thing as being too nice? And like, can we be too nice? And does it go along with like turning the other cheek that you hear in church?
That's true.
I can't hear it.
It looked like you had something to say, Melissa. That's why I was laughing because of your face.
Oh, because I was just agreeing. I was like, yes, it do. It go hand in hand.
I think for me, I feel like sometimes like people think that I can be too nice. And I feel like in the past, I have been too nice. But it's only because for me, it was kind of like, well, why would I not do it if I'm free? I don't have anything to do. I'm not going out of my way. Why would I not do something if someone asks me to? Like for me, I'm like, well, that would be too mean. And then when people would just be like, if I ask someone something and they don't have anything to do and their answer is just no, in my mind, it's like, well, that's rude. But is it that I'm expecting them to be just as nice as I am? Or are they like, am I being too nice and am I expecting them to be too nice as well? Like, that's what I think. And that's how I look at it. What do y'all think about that?
You can't hold people the same expectations as you will hold yourself or hold them to expectation just because you would do that. Everybody is not like you. Some people don't want to do it just because they don't want to, and that's okay. So I don't think everybody has to say yes just because they're free. I mean, I personally wouldn't, because sometimes I be wanting to chill at the house.
So for me, to answer her question, what is being too nice? To me, being too nice means that you are doing things that you truly don't want to do. It means like you are putting yourself out in order to do something for someone else, even if your plan is to like sit on the couch and do nothing, but you're compromising your own plan, your own comfort, your own peace, your own happiness to benefit somebody else. To me, that would be considered, like, I would consider that being too nice.
Yeah, but for me, what is your own peace and what is your own happiness? Because it's like, if you're not doing anything, you're not really disrupting your peace because you wasn't doing
Yes, you are. That's your peace, doing nothing.
Oh, I think Mary has a question. What were you going to say, Mary?
Okay, so have either of you like done something that you didn't want to do, but don't you think if you do that, you're hurting your own self, or you're being selfish, or not being selfish, but don't you think you're hurting your own self? Do you know the term of where you say you wear your heart on your sleeve?
Yes, I agree. But for me, it's sometimes people are just like that. And as bad as you want to say no, if that's just who you are, that's just who you are. You're gonna say yes. Like everybody is not like Melissa and Takar.
Hold on.
Let
me say something really quick. For one, I used to be extremely nice. I have done tons of things that I did not want to do just because I didn't want to tell people no, because I feel like that was so rude to do. Like, why would I tell them no? They need help. But the new Melissa, like, I can't be doing that. And I just feel like, I don't think that's how people are. I just think that's how people were raised.
But what you said is you used to do things you did not want to do. And there's a difference in not mind doing it and not wanting to do it. For me, there's a difference. Like, I didn't mind.
Right. So that wouldn't be considered too nice because you want to do it.
No, she didn't mind, but it didn't necessarily mean she didn't want to do it.
Right. But I feel like too nice
I
would
feel
be,
like
I don't want to do this really, but I'm going to do it just because it's my friend and she helped me out last week. That's too nice.
Your friend helped you last week.
Right. And I have helped her a gazillion times. Like, I'm tired. I just came from work. It's not my day today. I don't want to do anything. So I'm going to have to tell her I'm real tired. I can help later on if I wake up, after a nap, whatever. I can do a little compromise, but I just can't just jump and go. And I know I'm being in a bad mood, tired, aggravated,
But you don't feel bad about it?
I mean, I might will, but so sometimes you can't feel bad.
Can I ask her a question? The one that just said she did it because her friend did her favor.
Oh no,
so do you feel like you was obligated to do her that favor?
Well, I feel like at times people can feel like they are obligated. That's why I personally, if I really didn't want to do it and I'm physically tired, I would have to say, I just explained what I just said. I'm really tired today. I don't think I can do it. I might can do this instead.
Right. So you'd offer, like you said, a compromise. So it wouldn't just be like a flat out, no, not today, not ever, but maybe, when
if I like them like that. If it's if it's like they just asking me just cause and I really talk to them like that, probably not.
And for me, I would feel obligated, like Miss Mary said in her question. Like, I would feel like you did something for me. Why would I not take out my time and do something for you? Because it's kind of like, it's my way of showing appreciation for you doing something for me. The other side of that is that I am learning boundaries. I am learning that, just because if someone does something for me, my response is thank you, and I owe you nothing. But if you're my friend, I care about you, it does change a little bit. But for a lot of people who are not my close friends, that's my response is thank you. And then I tell myself I owe them nothing because they did that out of their free will if I didn't ask them for it.
Okay, because that was going to be my question to you, Crystal, meaning like, if you ask them for something and they did come through for you, I do feel like you would owe them a little more than, you'd owe them a thank you, yes, but you'd also, I feel like in that particular situation, I kind of would want to return the favor. Melissa looked like she about to have a whole heart attack.
Right quick. No, I would pay them if I asked them to do, like, would you help me move? Would you do like somewhere like Melissa, if I say, do you want to drive somewhere to this place that's far away and I will pay for your food? That's me paying you to do something for helping me or something I don't want to do. So then I don't owe you because I already paid you for dinner or food or whatever.
Pause. I don't know why you and Mr. Carl keep saying, oh. It's nothing like that. I feel like somebody will be forever holding you hostage or holding you for a favor because they just did something for you. Like, that's not how it works. But like, I feel like,
but a lot of people are like that,
and it's a continuous cycle. Like, y'all would never end the favors if that's the case. It's like you did it because you wanted to, and especially if we're not close, I shouldn't feel obligated that I owe you anything, especially if it's something like sneaky and something I really don't mess with. I'm not gonna just be doing any kind of favor just because you helped me move last week.
So that's the thing, I guess, is that maybe it depends on the relationship, right? Because if it were like, a partner or my sibling or something like that, I would kind of feel obligated to, I guess, return. Melissa don't like the word obligated. I think that's what it is. It's a trigger for her. But I think that I would feel like, well, one hand washes the other, or however they say it, that when it's their turn, probably I would help them. Now, other people, in situations where I haven't asked them for anything and, they did something for me, I wouldn't necessarily feel obligated to compensate them equally. And the thank you would suffice because I didn't ask you for anything. Although I appreciate it and I didn't turn it down, but thank you.
I'm different when it come like that. Like for me, I don't care if it's a total stranger. It's just, I mean, if I'm gonna be nice, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and that be it. I don't have to get the credit for it or anything like that. But a lot of people have did things for me and then later throw it up in my face, and that's a problem for me. So I almost don't want you to do anything for me because I feel like later it's gonna come back up.
I was just about to say that literally before you said that. Like, I'm so hesitant with like doing stuff for people because of that. Like, especially guys, they'll be like, well, I did this for you, so you owe me. First of all, stop using that word because I don't owe you anything. That's why I feel like, because like, I feel like the same thing goes with if a guy takes you out on a date, he feels like he's obligated to have sex with you because he just paid for your food. Sir, no, we're not doing that.
Where? Who?
So nobody ever said that to you?
Said that to me out their mouth? No.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I've had that said to me because that's what they expect. They expect if they take you to the movies, out to dinner, spend a quarter, they want something in return.
Yes.
They haven't said it. I've had a guy tell me, oh, well, I'm taking you this time, so next time you got me. Absolutely not. It don't work that way.
And I was
we didn't even go in the movies yet. We was just outside the movies, and he was like, so you got me next week. No.
Did y'all go back? Did y'all continue on with the
date? No. No, absolutely not.
Wait, y'all. So
it comes to favors and being nice to people.
What did you say, Mom? The phone broke up.
I said dating is her line when it comes to being nice. She don't feel obligated to pay.
Right. That's my one exception. But I still be too nice when dating.
Okay, so sometimes. You say when it's being too nice. So when it's being too mean, when you don't want to, when it's being too mean to someone in the same.
I don't think there's a too mean.
Actually, we were talking about this the other day when we were talking about like how do you unfriend somebody, I guess, or when you guys have like had a spat and you no longer want to deal with them, is there? Because I think in that conversation, both you and I, Melissa, were like, we cut them off. It's not a thing, right? And Crystal and Shanita were more like, well, let's talk about it. Sorry.
I know. I just kind of feel like it's going to be affecting you, hurting you in the long run, being too nice, like not being straightforward. I don't think straightforward and mean is the same thing, but a lot of people do because we've been raised to be nice.
But if it's gonna bother me in return, then I feel like I'm being mean.
It's not about bothering you. It's
raised to be being nice. Weren't you raised also to tell the truth? Like if you don't want to do something, you just flat out tell them. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I was raised not to hurt people's feelings. Not to tell the truth. I was raised not to hurt people's feelings.
My feelings was last.
Person. And so for me, it's more like there's a line between giving someone the energy that they gave you when you're responding back to them. So if you're being straightforward and truthful, a lot of times I feel people are more dramatic when they're being straightforward, when they can just say it calmly. And for me, if you tell me no in a calm manner, instead of being like, well, no, I don't want to, and then you drop your me and turn it around and flip it, like, I feel like that's too mean. You're doing too much in my mind. Like, you can just say no or politely be like, this isn't for me in a respectable manner. A lot of people don't know how to do that. For me, that's too mean. That's doing too much.
Okay, so at what point do you cut someone off? If they keep saying, well, you remember I did this for you, or I remember, at what point do you cut them off?
For me, I feel like if you've communicated with that person, you let that person know whatever they're doing is hurting you, and they keep doing it, then at that point you did all you can, and the person is not going to change. So for me, I like to talk and I like to communicate. So if I've communicated these things with you, that's when enough is enough for me. But I mean, it takes a while to get to that point as well.
Yep. So then, sorry, go ahead, Crystal.
I'm kind of like Shanita. Like, it would take me a while to get to that point too. Like, I would ask that person a direct question to figure out if they were doing it intentionally on purpose. Like, why are they consistently doing the same thing to me? So I would have like a come to Jesus conversation and try to figure out what is the reasoning for it. And then from there, I would either let them know up front, or if I feel like their personality don't receive information, I would just ghost them. So it depends on the person.
So that was going to be my question is, okay, once you decide that someone is no longer a person that you want to be friends with or maintain any type of relationship or communication with, how do you then handle that?
Ghost.
Yeah, it's easier to ghost them.
No, see, I am not a fan of that at all.
Why do you
No,
owe them
I would have been
explanation?
told you. What'd you say?
I said, why do you owe them an explanation?
It's not even that I don't know that it's that I owe you, but I want to be clear so that we don't ever have to cross this path again.
They know what they did.
I made it very clear. Like, and I'm not going to be passive about it. I'm going to be very straightforward. This is what you did. I did not like it. I warned you. And so now we're done.
I don't know if it was Crystal or which one, but she said she would ask that question of, why do you keep doing that?
Oh, a direct question.
You got to ask yourself, why do you keep letting that person do that to you? Because see, a person can only do what you let them do and let them get away with.
Very
I think
definitely
you give
agree
people
with
the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Yeah, but how many times are you going to do that? How many times?
That's how you get caught up into like a really big thing, when you give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why some relationships last longer than they should.
Yeah, and then it's too late after that.
I see what Miss Mary is saying, because it's kind of like, for some people, I mean, I think it goes both ways too. Why do some people cut people off so easily? And why do some people allow it to go on for so long? I feel like it goes both ways. And for me, the story I tell myself is that, I like what Shanita was saying. I want to give them the benefit. I want to see the best in the person. Like, I intentionally try to see the best in the person until they force me not to see the best in them. And then I'm like, okay, I can no longer mess with you. Like, this not going to work. I can't speak to you at the water cooler anymore. I'm not making eye contact with you. Like, you don't exist at all. And for me, I do question other people who like cut people off so easily. I'm like, why would you just cut people off so easily? Like, do you really want to, like, is that the life you want to live? You want to live in this world where you don't see the best in people and give them another opportunity to see if there's something different?
That's not your job to do.
But
like,
everybody wasn't raised the same.
Huh?
Everybody wasn't raised the same. So they may not understand.
It's common sense though. To me, I feel like something like that is common sense. And like, to me, it's just like, you're adult, you know right from wrong. Once you do me wrong, I don't have to explain nothing to you. You're getting ghosted because you already know what you did. 9 times out of 10, you already know I'm mad. Do you know what I'm saying?
So the first time they do you wrong, you cut them off?
They probably get 2 max. Like, I feel like the old me, I would have kept letting them do it, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they don't know. But now I can only give you a second time to do me wrong, because at that point, it's my fault because I let you do it again.
Yeah, what made you change?
I had to. People were taking advantage of me, and like I said, I kept doing stuff that I didn't want to do. Like, I kept getting in a lot of bad situations because I wouldn't say no, be straightforward, tell them I don't want to do it, and I don't mess with you no more. I should have did all of that, and I never did it.
Well, for me, what I've learned is that just because I say that this is right or everybody should have common knowledge does not mean that A, I'm right, and it does not mean that B is common knowledge. Like, I've had a lot of conversations.
What's common sense for one is not always necessarily common sense for the next. But
so why not just give the person enough rope to hang themselves? That's the way I say. I give you enough rope and let you hang yourself.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means, like, if you're that type of person, you're going to do yourself in by doing the wrong things in this relationship, friendship, co-workership, whatever you want to call it. And then once you hang yourself, don't look at me crazy, because, I don't have nothing else to say to you.
Right, I gave you chance after chance after chance.
Nope, you
So
said
that-
one too many chances.
That rope got shorter and shorter, and that noose that got tighter and tighter. So
Not
now
the
you done
noose,
hung
honey.
yourself, and that's it. You're done.
Okay, so Shanita and my mom, do y'all do y'all feel like the deal breaker is really big because y'all keep giving people the benefit of the doubt? Like
What?
the ending is like a really big situation. You like, I can't do this. No.
Like it has to be a blow up situation for them to be done.
No, it don't have to be a blow up for me. I think for me, it's once I get to my breaking point. It doesn't have to be like a big situation. It could be stuff that has accumulated over time and I just get tired.
Right. And for me, it just depends on how long before you get on my nerve. So like you can pretty much do a whole bunch of stuff, but once you get on my nerve, it's a wrap. Like it's getting on my nerve is the line for me.
So I just want to know, do y'all hold y'all friendships the same level as y'all hold dating? Like for instance, do y'all have like friendship red flags? Because I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
It's the same with me. Like I would trust you until
So
you
you
give me
said
reason
you
not
have
to,
a
whether it's a
friendship
friend or
red
dating.
flag?
Like red flags when someone shows you certain things, you know, that are like, that show you their character, really.
So does that really make them your friend, or is that just an acquaintance or someone you know? What is a true friend? Since you said that, what is a true friend to you? What makes that person a friend? Because see, I have females that I know and I would have called my friend, but at the same time, they're stabbing you in the back. So how is that your friend?
Well, that wouldn't be your friend.
And I feel like the risk.
You said red flag. What is a red flag friend?
So for instance,
what is a red flag friend?
For instance, let's say you have a friend and you just met someone, you just showed it to them. You see that they're liking all their pictures the next day. Like that's a red flag because why are you doing that? Do you get what I'm saying? Like that to me, that to me that shows that they're probably gonna be too close to them for their it's gonna be.
So they show you
some. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Why not give that person the benefit?
Now, see, with the red flag, you know, you don't automatically cut somebody off with the first red flag. It's like after they show you a couple of consistent red flags that you're like, oh no, this is adding up to too many, and this is not gonna work.
Right, because nobody's perfect.
Right. Because one
red flag is just something to put in the back of your mind. I said a red flag to me is just something you're gonna put in the back of your mind.
It's
and you
something
just gonna
to
look
take
out
note
for
of.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can give someone the opportunity to fix and say, hey, I didn't really like that. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. What's going on? And I feel like if they do it again, or if they just like kind of blow it off or whatever, then that's when you cut them off.
Yeah. And for me, I feel like red flags tell me where to put you at. So it's like, you know, if I see a major red flag, it's kind of like don't talk to you at all. If I see a yellow flag, then that may mean that, you know, we can't go to happy hour, but I can talk to you at work. Or I have one friend who like we would go to an exercising class, but we can't hang out at night. I can't call you. I can't depend on you to do nothing but go to this exercising class. Like that's where you're gonna stay at. That's where our relationship goes.
So but it's just like, why talk to them?
Because they're good for the exercise class.
If you want an exercise partner.
Right.
No, like I just feel like if somebody do me wrong or I fully don't like the person like that, I'm not gonna be hanging with them outside of work, at work, nothing. Like
maybe it's not even that they do you wrong, but maybe you notice like a red flag. I guess that would put somebody in a yellow category would be like they don't necessarily talk about you, but they talk to you about other people. And so maybe that's like, ooh, I can't never tell them my business. They can't know nothing personal. It's kind of like you said, we can have water cooler conversations and that'll be it. She won't be able to tell you nothing specific about my personal life. But so I get what she's saying, but at the same time, I don't keep those friends either. So I'm still in line with you, Melissa.
Y'all ever heard of the term, a dog that bring a bone, carry a bone?
No,
What?
but a dog that brings a bone carries a bone.
Yeah, but what
Meaning,
does it mean though?
from my
What'd she
understanding,
say?
she said, what does it mean though? It means basically like if they carry some juicy gossip to you, they're taking some juicy gossip to you.
Oh. Because they're gonna be like, well, this person said this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a friend category type person. Really, it's you either we friends or we.
Exactly.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like I done said it before. I got about 2 or 3 of them for
Yeah.
real, that know me and know my business. And
why would you want that? Like, I don't want half friends. Like, if I can't trust you fully, I don't want you in my circle. I don't even want to talk to you.
Like, so in your entire life, you only want to have 2 friends, 2 people that you talk to your entire life. 2 people
I mean, that you talk to for real, talk to.
Now,
right?
mama.
That's how
Now,
I see
mama.
it. That's how I see it. Explain to me. Clarify.
No, because it's just like you have your friends, you have people that you talk to at work. They don't go outside of that unless we done got close like this. That like you keep them where they at. It's not acquaintances.
That's what I just said. You keep them in certain places.
No. You just said you met a work friend. You saw that she was being, a little messy. You don't keep her as a friend at work. You just don't talk to her at all.
No, for her, that means she's okay inside of work. That means like if this friend, if I meet her at work, she never comes to the exercise class, then that means you're not an exercise class friend. You're a work friend.
You're a work person that I know.
I don't do categories. I don't know. I don't do no categories.
I don't really
know.
Okay, so say your exercise friend and your work friend. Just say you're having a dinner party and you don't like this one and they come to your house.
No, they don't just come. They have to know how to get there. No, they don't just come.
And they're not dinner party friends.
Okay,
That's different friends.
What I'm saying is your other friend brings that friend.
Oh,
they're friends.
You would know better.
So no, don't do that.
No, who does that?
Here's a part of when is being nice too nice. So do you be nice or do you do?
Because both of them would be banned.
And that's the thing. In order for that first one to even be called my friend, she would know, don't do that. Don't bring nobody to my house uninvited. I'm unprepared for. And you probably, if you're my friend.
If it does happen, would you be nice to that person?
No.
Would you be nice?
If it's
I'm gonna look out the window and see it's 2, and I'm gonna turn around and go back to bed. Like you're not even coming in.
And I mean, if it's something like a dinner party, I feel like I would say, do not bring any extra guests. If so,
and anybody, honestly, I feel like these days would have good common sense enough to know, like, you don't bring somebody to an event or a thing unless you've asked for permission first. Like, why would you do that? It's so uncouth.
Yeah. I 100%
Have you guys
agree.
ever had to turn someone away like that or not be so nice?
No, we have that understanding.
Yeah, not with any of my friends.
What was the question?
Have you ever had to turn someone away in a situation like that?
Or not be so nice.
Or not be so nice.
Now, I've been to someone else's party or gathering and they had another person there, but I mean, it's their event, not mine. So I can speak and keep going.
Wow. So it sounds like we've had some pretty interesting things to say. Mary, did you have any more questions for us?
No, I enjoyed you ladies. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming on. Call us again so we can chat some more.
And I would love to do this again. Yes, I would enjoy this.
Crystal, what were you going to say?
I said thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we will talk to you in the near future. So we are doing Minding Other People's Business. And for this particular week, we are going to talk about Kanye and Kim. I feel like we may have talked about them before, but I can't remember. But this week, I guess the thing that he did was purchase a house directly across the street from the house that him and Kim own, I guess, together, but she's going to live there with the kids. And now he's going to live across the street. How stalkerish is that?
I think that's very like I feel like that's giving controlling, you know, because why are you doing that? Why are you trying to police who goes in and out the house?
At first, I was supporting him. I was like, yes, fight for her. You know, you still love her, fight for her. I'm all in, but this is like across the line. Like, this is on the other side of the line. So I can't support this because this is problematic, and I see the police involved in the near future.
Yes.
I could just see him peeking out the window, like anytime a car pull up or anything.
Or camera, something.
Yup.
So that's the thing, because at first it was like under the reasons of, you know, this makes it easier for us to co-parent, you know, and that way the kids will have access to me just like they have access to you. But no, there's something a little creepy about it. That's like, especially now that, you know, publicly she's dating a new guy. And really, once she started going public with the new guy, that's when he was like, I want my wife, I want my family.
So it may be like a stunt for social media or something.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
It may be a publicity stunt for social media.
That's the thing. You never know what's going on with them.
Because how would they know that he moved? Did she tell it or he told it?
You know they got people watching them and stuff. Like people, like when they buy houses, I'm pretty sure there's somebody that's like, hey, he just bought a house. TMZ, pay me.
Right, yeah.
Yep. I mean, with that, I don't know, just getting y'all business for a second. Have y'all ever had a guy do anything stalkerish to y'all?
Yes.
Or is that none of our business? Are we just gonna mind other people's business?
We're gonna mind other people's business.
So that's a yes for Shanita.
I mean, I feel like I've had I told a guy that I didn't want to talk to him, and he like kept hitting me up, blocked him. He decided to text me off fake numbers. And I knew it's him because I knew it could be nobody else. Like he texted me on fake numbers, like fake. Like he even went to the point of getting another iPhone. Like, hey, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna respond back because it's an iPhone. Like, I wonder who it is. It was him.
Yeah, I have a story, but I'm not gonna share.
Why not? You brought it up now.
I know.
I know she asked the question.
Yeah, I mean, it was when I was much younger.
So I'm here for it. Go ahead.
I'll tell you offline, Shanita.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like her. Like I have a story too when I was like much younger, and you know, we broke up. Guys do what guys do, and females do what females do. And then after you break up, the guys want to act right, and it's too late. So they do the most to prove that they are sorry when they have already had a chance. After
like what? Can you use words?
Like, what did he do? Oh, I don't mind sharing. So one day I had left the house, came back in the house, and forgot someone had put something under my mat while I was gone. So probably like 5 minutes after I got home, I was like, oh, this person put something under the mat. Let me go and get it. I opened the door. He's sitting outside, Indian style. Like he was waiting. Yes, absolutely.
Stop it.
What was he doing? Just waiting?
Just sitting there looking like a sad puppy.
Oh, what you do?
I laughed and went back in the house.
Girl, that's creepy. I probably would have called the police. You can't be playing with people these days because you just never know.
Yes, these days they're completely different.
Yeah, this is a long time ago.
Some must be in the water.
What you say, Melissa?
I said something must be in the water because it went from like crazy to psycho to sociopath. Like they take it up a notch each. I don't know.
Okay, so thank you guys for being here with us today and listen to us talk about, you know, is being too nice such a thing? Let us know what you think on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook on The Melanated Opinion. And, you know, send us a message or send us an email at themelanatedopinion@gmail.com and let us know what your thoughts are on that. We've also talked about Kim and Kanye, and we gave a little advice to the listener at the beginning. And so that's going to be it for us today. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.